Hey everyone, welcome back. So a couple of nights ago, I posted a poll on my Instagram story asking you guys which video would y'all like to see. And the majority of you guys voted on the lesson on the circle of fifths. So today's video is going to be all about the circle of fifths, and then next week I will do a video on easy drummers too. So shoot me a follow over on Instagram, because sometimes I will post some behind the scenes stuff there, some polls, and as well as some memes here and there. So if you have an Instagram, go ahead and shoot me a follow over there. So let's talk about what is going on with the circle. So I'm going to start on the outer, and then I will talk about what's going on in the inner in just a minute. So on the outside, you'll see a series of notes starting from C. And so when you go down clockwise, the notes are moving in intervals of fifths. But if you were to go counterclockwise, the notes would be moving in fourths. So the circle of fifths is a great tool to know, because not only you can use it to figure out a key signature, you can also use it to form your own chord progression and modulate in between different keys to make your progression sound way more interesting. So let's say you want to find a set of chords that are in the key of C. So let's say you're at C at the top, you move 1 over to the left, and then you're going to count clockwise down to 7. And when you do that, you're going to find 3 major chords, and then 3 minor chords, and then on the last note would be a diminished chord. Now those are all notes of the C major scale, but they are kind of out of order. Now an easier way of finding these chords in the key of C is by cutting out a section of the circle of fifths with C as your center point, and C will be your 1 chord. Over to the left will be your 4th chord, and on the right of C will be your 5th chord, and right underneath C is your 6th chord, and right next to your 6th chord is your 2nd chord. So now you have all 6 chords right there for you to use that are in the key of C. Now let's talk about what is going on the inner circle. What's happening on the inner circle is those are all relative minor. So the relative minor of C is A minor, and the relative minor of G is E minor, and the relative minor of D is B minor. And the reason why they are called relative minor is because they work in the same scale together. So let's say you want to pull in a chord that is outside of the key of A major. So what you would do is you go to the parallel minor of A major. It would be your A minor, and you can borrow a chord from any of the 6 boxes over there. Now let's talk about primary dominant chord. Primary dominant is built from a fifth of a key that you're playing in. Alright, so now let's say you're in the key of D. And if you look on the circle of fifths, you can see that right next to D, you'll see A. So to turn that A chord into a primary dominant chord, you would have to turn that into a A7. Okay, so either one of these would work well with D major. Now you can use the primary dominant chord to create a tension and release when you move from A to D. Alright, so now let's talk about the secondary dominant chord. Now what the secondary dominant chord means is you're playing a fifth of any chord that is in a key. I'm going to start with F, and then I'm going to go down to the relative minor of D minor. Right here, we try to figure out what is our fifth of D. So just knowing our bar chord, we know that our ring finger is our fifth. Alright, so that is A. Now what we're going to do is turn that into A7. So now we have you can play it like. Now you don't really have to think about where your fifth is, right? So let's say you play a G major chord. Just knowing your chord, you know that right there is your fifth. And there is your secondary dominant chord of G major. Alright, same thing on A. Same thing on B. What's great about this will also work whether you're in major or minor. So alright, so I'm going to end the video right there. I hope this video cleared some things up for you about the circle of fifths. And if you have any other questions, please let me know down in the comments down below. Now don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button with the post notification turned on. So if you guys want to download the circle of fifths that I created and used for today's video, I will have a download link down in the description box below. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.